And welcome to this fifth episode of Matchday World Cup show. Today this is a madness. I mean, we have a lot to talk about. But before we do this, I would like to remind you that this show is brought to you by Matchday. Matchday is a football app and website that allows you to enter your score prediction, challenge your friends, build your squad, trade digital player cards as well. That is brilliant. So give it a check, scan the QR code on your screen or click the link on your screen. So, guys, I think we have a full house here tonight. So Paulo is here with us. We have Sahbi for the Netherlands from We Talk Ajax. We have Victor again for Spain, and we are waiting on Ty and Daps replacing Steve tonight for England. Those two Englishmen, I'm assuming they are over the moon tonight, so that's why they are a bit late. How you doing, boys?
All good. How about you?
Perfect.
Yeah, not too
Perfect.
bad, man. Not too bad. Not too bad. So before they start, then I would like to directly kick off with the Netherlands because Sabi is here. Mate, are you surprised with that result? That was a great game from the Netherlands. What did you make of it?
Nah, bro, it was pain in the eyes. I have to tell you, pain in the eyes. It was horrible. I mean, we played against Qatar. We all know how Qatar plays,
Yeah.
so it wasn't a great game.
Well, in the sense that I've seen a lot of good stuff comparing to the previous game. I mean, the transitions were looking a little bit more smooth. I know it's only Qatar and they were out of the competition, but I
Exactly.
don't think we should undermine the fact that you won 2-0.
No, but
It's still a
y-
good result.
you'll have to look into the media in the Netherlands. They're
Easy.
devastating. It's not. They didn't play the football that we want to see. The only player that's in form at this moment is Gakpo.
Yeah.
Basically, he is the player that's doing it all for us. Depay is just back. He's not in form, but he came back from injury.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, the way we play in a 3-5-2 system, the
Mm.
wing backs, those are the most important assets for the
The width.
tactics that we want to play. But they are horrible. The whole group stage, they're playing bad. So yeah, we can't play against nations that play a bit of defensive football or whereby we need to make the play. And we
Yeah.
can play very proper against countries that are attacking, which leaves space for us that we can where we can hurt them in transition. But if we need to build up the play, if we need to make the play, no, we're not just good enough at this moment. So
Mm.
it's gonna be very very difficult against the US, I have to say. But that's
So do you
something for
think
later.
do you think that the Netherlands will struggle to completely dominate possession when you're facing perhaps a better team? Is that what you think will happen?
We will definitely struggle, but it would work in our benefit
Yeah.
because they will leave space, and we are great in transition. We can
Yeah.
do well. We have great possession without being dangerous. We
Right.
don't
Right. Right.
create chances. I mean, how many chances did you see against Qatar?
Yeah. I
Not a
mean,
lot.
yeah, not
Not
many.
a
Yeah.
lot. So yeah, we need to play against a proper team that knows how to attack because we know how to defend. Our organization is quite proper, but
Yeah.
attacking wise, when you need to create something, that's way below par. So I think we need to play a better team, an attacking team, to show what we are really worth of.
Did you watch the USA performance tonight against Iran as well? Are
Yeah.
you scared of Are you scared of them? Also considering their performance against England.
I think it will be difficult,
Yeah.
but I think we can manage to do something. I have to say, the Netherlands always struggle against the US. In the past, when we played friendlies, etc., we always struggle. So it's gonna be the same,
Yeah.
and their wing backs are quite good. So it's gonna be difficult. They play with their heart, while we,
Yeah.
as the
Well, now
Netherlands,
at this stage of the competition, everything can happen. But now it's like even more than the group
yeah,
stage, I'd
indeed,
say.
it's all or nothing at this moment. But
Mm.
after the US, if we play like maybe Argentina, I don't know, that can be really fun because
Mm.
at
Right,
this moment,
another team who played the US and is here tonight with us for his debut. Dubs, welcome to the show. Here representing England, mate. I'm assuming you over the moon. Talk to us, man.
You're on mute, mate.
You're on mute, mate.
Can hear you.
What? Give me a sec. It should be fine now. Ty is here as well, but Ty is here. Can talk. But yeah, guys. While Daps is sorting out the audio, mate, I don't know if you watched the England performance as well tonight. But I think it was a more convincing performance than the previous one. Everyone now starts to sing "It's coming home, it's coming." It's always coming home, but
No.
It's not really coming home.
We gotta
Is
let
it?
that sing that, man. That's
But yeah, it is interesting.
I can't hear
I know,
him.
Paolo, you watched that game as well.
Yeah.
What did you make of it?
I thought that it was very convincing. I think, to be fair, I'm very disappointed in Wales this whole tournament. I expected them to fight. I expected Bale to turn up, and then we haven't really seen it with Wales so far this tournament. Well, they're pretty much out now, aren't they? So they're out. So we haven't seen it at all from Wales. I think that Bale has gone missing. Ramsey, barely noticed him. I thought England completely dominated the whole game. Rashford, yeah. I know I'm a Man United supporter, but he was everywhere.
He was on smoke today. Ty told us that he was on smoke, yeah.
And I think that, I've seen Rashford.
Look at him.
I've seen that Rashford at times at United be very predictable when it comes to the final third. And today, even from the right, he was a danger. I know the goalkeeper was a shambles. He should have probably... The free kick was a good free kick, but he kind of put himself in trouble, the goalie. And the left foot from Rashford, he should really save that. But still, it's a goal. And Rashford was a danger the whole game. So, good performance from England. But all I got to say is that he needs to start Foden in every game. He needs to start Foden. The press, the ability on the ball. You need that in every single game. And now that England will get Senegal, I think it's a somewhat difficult game for England, but I think they should win that game. So, yeah.
Daps would be happy about that. I'm going to come in, Stu, and I've got to say something big. I have to. I'm wearing this shirt, by the way, because Marcus Rashford actually is half from St. Kitts and Nevis. It's a tiny island where I'm from, the Caribbean as well. So big up Rashford. Obviously, yeah, English, St. Kitts and Nevis, Manchester United. But I'm going to say this. Stu, guys, Marcus Rashford is England's Kylian Mbappe this tournament. I don't care. I am telling you now. This is it.
I knew it was coming.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Say again.
Marcus Rashford, for me, right? He's had his flaws. I get it. I understand. He's had mental health issues and so forth. He's come back. When you have tournament football and goals have to win you games, Marcus Rashford can provide that. Now, you look at this World Cup, right? If you look at players like Vinicius, you look at players like Mbappe, they are a different type of profile. They're direct, they're in behind, they know where to be, they create chances, they score goals. And also, do you know one thing that a lot of players don't do, which he does? He takes lots of shots on goals. More shots on goal, more chances of scoring. He is such a unique profile for this England squad. You've got Sakas, you've got Foden, Grealishes that can do their tiki-taka stuff. And I get that, and it's cool, and I like the technical players. But Marcus Rashford for us is our Kylian Mbappe. He's raw, he's effective. No one can replace him in that side. And if he stays fit, start him every single game.
Wait, Ty.
Right. Wait. I was saying before now his audio is working. So Ty, a warm welcome to the show.
Yeah, big up Daps, man.
Daps, tell us everything, mate. Obviously, I'm assuming you're over the moon. Southgate made the right decisions today by playing Foden and Rashford. Talk to us, man.
Over the moon. That's what we do when we win games, isn't it? English.
No, that's a solid performance, man.
Solid second half performance.
Okay.
Do you know what, though?
Not as excited as I am.
Played a group against
apparently.
Iran,
yeah,
USA, and
Wales.
Thank you. That should be 9 points. That should be 9 points straight away. So if we put those three squads together, how many of their players get in the England squad?
No, none.
Maybe two.
Yeah, maybe one or
right.
two. Yeah, maybe.
So for me, I can't get carried away. Naturally, English, the minute we score one goal, it's coming home. But I can't be sitting here saying, yeah, I'm Southgate in. And I can't be sitting here and saying that if we come against France, Argentina, Spain, Germany, it won't be a different thing. They won't kill us off in the first half if we play like that in the first half. Second half, no qualms. For me as a City fan, listen, Calvin Phillips got minutes. Walker got minutes. Foden looked very good. Rashford did look good as well. Is there a conversation, Callum Wilson over Kane?
Oh,
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
Ooh.
He has been poor. Daps, do you know what? Being obviously at England, Brazil, Kane's been very quiet, and I think it goes under the radar how less impactful he's been. And do you know what? He got subbed off from the 55th minute. I understand that they were resting him and thinking of the knockouts, but guys, as neutrals, when you look at it, Paolo, Stu, Victor, and Sabi, this isn't the Harry Kane that you're thinking if you're lining up against that you're scared of. I think Daps is bang on right. I think it's a conversation.
Yeah, I think he's gone missing for most of these games, but he is still getting assists. So it's like, do you want him to almost drop deep and be that sort of playmaker? But you need a goal scorer in the team, and other players are standing out. Again, I think that what Daps was saying is straight up facts. I think when you go to play the likes of Germany, the likes of Spain or whatever, I think look, today, if England would have lost or drew that game, they would have said, why is he playing Henderson and Declan Rice in midfield?
Oh, that's definitely a conversation. Henderson,
what I mean?
Jesus Christ, bro. Listen, it's not just about playing Henderson, but earlier in the season, when Liverpool were at their worst, if I watched them, I'm a fan of Henderson, right? I actually think the guy's got amazing range of passing, but there's no way in 2022 I want to see Henderson playing any further than an extremely deep lying 8, right?
Yeah.
And I said back when he was playing for Liverpool, kind of around September, October time, why is Henderson running the channels? Right? It's not what you want to see. Today, I'm looking at England in the first half and I'm watching Henderson run channels. And that ultimately is anyone that watches Premier League football knows Liverpool this season at their worst is when Henderson is running the fucking channels. So, and Southgate has gone, we're going to go with that. What?
Yeah.
What? So I'm not saying don't play Henderson, but actually I am, don't play Henderson. But if you're not going to play him, I don't want to see him where I want to see Foden or Rashford or Saka or even Walker or Trent. Yeah. Why is Henderson popping up there? It's just...
He was moving like a fullback at times.
Yeah, exactly. But listen, it was a 3-0 and we have to take positives from the second half. So I don't want to come in here and be negative, but we also have to be realistic. If we're going to go into tournaments and be put up there where we're being one of the favourites to win it, we can't be putting out first half performances like that against Wales. We can't, because we will get in the knockout stages, the game will be over by half time.
But before competing with France or Germany or even Spain, let me talk about your next opponent, Senegal. I don't know if you guys watched the Ecuador-Senegal game today, but I think Senegal had an amazing performance. Obviously, they look like a strong team, to be fair, even without Sadio Mane. I think that comes a bit as a shock because Ecuador, everyone was obviously seeing them, at least getting qualified, but they've been kicked out of the competition. So, Ty, talk to us, man. Senegal, Ecuador. Have you watched that game? What do you make?
I did watch the game. England? Yeah. No, do you know what? It was an interesting one because I'll be honest with you, Senegal were good because they had a job to do, which was win the game and go through. So I feel like they had no plan B. It was go out and get the 3 points. I feel for a team like Ecuador, they didn't perform to the best of their levels because they've never been in this situation before. I think when you're a team like Ecuador and you come into the final group game and it's like, if you get a draw, you go through. Do you go for the win or do you try and contain it and go for the draw? And I think they got kind of stuck in between two minds. And by the time they actually said, you know what, let's go out and play for this game. We've got 30 minutes to go. The game's passed you by. So they got back into it at 1-1, and then Koulibaly, first goal. What a time, by the way, to score your first goal for your international team. I feel my friends are Senegalese. I see them partying in Dakar, in the capital. But I just feel like the game, Ecuador will go home with regrets because I think they got stuck in two minds for too long and the game passed them by. But one thing that will benefit England, and I don't know if you guys know, obviously, Idrissa Gueye played for you guys at Paris. He got booked. And he is huge for Senegal.
In his quality,
His quality, especially for that country there, their nation, a rocking midfield. He actually is going to miss the game against England. For me, that's a game changer. Like, if you're in England dressing room, you're thinking, do you know what? Their best midfield is out of the game. And I think they kick on. What did you think, Sabi? Did you watch that game as well?
Yeah, I watched partially because I was busy with the Dutch game.
Of course.
But the main important thing for England is they should not fall into the trap where they play physical football. Because if they play physical football, they will lose. They will definitely lose. So they need to use their technical ability, England, to make sure that they create chances from there on. And yeah, they're so strong. They're so strong, Senegal. I won't underestimate them because they have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
I saw both matches, and I could say if England would play like in the first half, like that says, you're gonna suffer because those guys are physically superior.
Yeah.
And down in the first half, England was playing too slow. All the players were touching the balls more than one time, always. There was no playing at the first touch. So you were not gaining spaces, not gaining any advantage with your opponent. So if you're playing like that, you're going to suffer, you're going to struggle because they're going to let you any space to arrive to their goal. Because those guys are physically, they're really strong.
Yeah.
And they're everywhere, even if they leave the spaces and they make their team to advance and then leave the spaces behind them, they can arrive. So even if you give them the ball, they can even make you something, It's not a bad team. So that can be a surprise for the next round.
Go on, Daps, go on. If you want to say something.
So, the other thing I noticed in the first half with England, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but there was a few times where multiple England players ended up being in the same position and kind of almost bumping into each other.
Yeah. That was really confusing.
It looked like players that only know what to do because they do it club football, but they have not been coached by Southgate to know which player is making what run and what player needs to be in what.
Exactly.
It's like it ended up being multiple players in the same damn position. It's like, are you actually? I hate to say it, Ty, but it was like Ollie again, where it's just like,
Now I get you. Paolo's Man United fan; he'll understand it.
Because it was just, second half. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I said Callum Wilson. He came on,
kind of stretches the game a bit more.
Made. For the third goal, I think it was, where ball got played out to Trent, little touch back to Phillips, ball over the top. But there was just little movements where it's like, right, people know where to be now. And all of a sudden, the passing's becoming a lot more intricate and it's working. Whereas the first half, I sound like the most negative England. Listen, I've had a drink. I'm very happy. We are through. But I wanted to go through 9 points. We have to remember what happened against USA. But you know what? Sometimes England do need to face a tougher opposition to really, really come alive. So
now I agree with you in that sense because I think. Go on.
I would rather play Holland than Senegal.
Yeah, do you know what? We'll come to that in a second. But sometimes you need someone to draw you out. And do you know what, Victor? You said one good point there in terms of that England performance matching with Daps in the first half. If Senegal say something, they get a set piece in 5 minutes, guys, and like Victor says, they take a lead. They will sit back. They will make it tough for England. England's worst mistake could be going behind from a set piece or just something physical like that. So they've got to be aware of them things because obviously in open play, you're thinking, okay, they maybe will be able to shut out Ismail Assar and stuff like that. But like Victor says, they're going to be physical. If they do get an early corner or an early free kick, like we saw their goals today, it's going to make England have to play a different type of way, like you saw against USA, where it's going to be tough, gritty, physical, and you don't know how they're going to respond to it. So if England do go 1-0 down, I think that's not a scenario we've really thought of yet because you're thinking Senegal, England win, but you just never know, like Victor says, man.
Yeah. It's a +1 for England, but in any case, as if you said, even if England takes control of the game and you take the advantage and then you go on their field, if you leave some spaces behind you, those guys are also fast.
Yes,
so you can even suffer on that side, And I totally understand what you say playing against Netherlands. I didn't see Netherlands today, but I mean they play slower, They're not so fast. They play most of the time like England the first time, touching the balls too many times. Frankie de Jong, I don't know what Xavi thinks, but for me, this guy is getting behind even if today he makes a goal, but he's not taking, the leading of the team.
He's not dragging
the leader of this team.
What do you think, Fabian, on that?
But as I said, it's the other way around. I think the Netherlands would have loved to play against England instead of the US, because England needs to play. They play also some sort of possession football, which suits us because we try to play in transition. We have fast players up front, and we can defend properly. So I would have loved to see that fight, but unfortunately, the only possibility is in the finals. If we have to play against England.
I'll take that now. I'll take that now.
Yeah.
Get to the finals. I'll have that.
Let's do that.
What was interesting as well is that England today, they were very good in transition in the second half as well. I mean, as soon as Rashford or Bellingham got on the ball, it was finished for Wales.
Yeah,
Foden,
they have speed. They have speed.
they have speed.
Yeah.
Foden was just a nightmare.
Exactly.
Absolute nightmare. So
Picked up great position. Would you, if you're England, Paolo, would you keep Foden and Rashford in Sunday?
Absolutely. I mean, for me, the midfield I would go with would be Declan, Bellingham. I'd go Foden in the number 10. I'd go Rashford. Again, Kane, Wilson. Like, you got me thinking there now. But I would stick with Kane and I'll go Saka. I think that's an attacking team, but that's also an active midfield as well.
Yeah.
So that's the team I'd go, but he won't pick that team.
Is Kane considered a true leader within a squad, or is
that's
he?
a great question. I want to know the answer to that as well. I was thinking exactly the same thing.
Great question.
The problem is that if Kane doesn't play, right, you know who that means will probably, Southgate, right? There's no way Southgate is dropping the captain and the vice captain.
Daps, I let you know, clocked. Henderson's the national captain. He got the armband today. He's the actual national captain.
All right, so Kane's now vice.
Yeah, Kane's always vice unless Henderson plays.
Right. So ultimately, I'd rather Kane than Henderson on the pitch.
You know what, Daps? I'm going to say this. I've said it the whole tournament. I even think it for Spurs. I think Hugo. I don't know if Kane's the captain for Spurs. Yeah, he is. But Hugo Lloris is captain for France, of course.
Yeah.
I don't look at Kane, and this is no disrespect to the way he speaks and all this sort of stuff. But I feel like him as a leader and actually like pushing across his agenda to players.
Bro, he's not inspiring. He's not inspiring.
He's not inspiring.
He's not inspiring. The same as Hugo Lloris. He's not inspiring.
Stu, if you listen to Henderson today on that pitch when the fans are quiet, you can hear Henderson shouting everything. I don't like Henderson as a player personally, but in terms of leadership, morale, he's in your ear constantly.
Ty, the fact is, I mean, and I know we're not doing club football right now. I'm a City fan. I hate Liverpool. However, the fact of the matter is, Harry Kane at Tottenham has nothing, right?
Yeah.
He has an Audi Cup, and he might not have even been playing in that because it was pre-season. Henderson, if we're talking about the most decorated Liverpool captain of all time, well, actually, to be fair, it might be someone back in the day. However, Henderson has won everything with Liverpool, right? So as a young player, they are going to listen to him over Harry Kane every single day. So I do hear you on that.
So too.
In terms of legitimacy and credibility, I know what you mean.
Yeah. By the way, guys, if you're here right now, if you're locked in from Steve's channel, please make sure that you create a FanFest account. Join us in the description below. It should be there in Steve's chat. It takes 1 second. Honestly, make an account. We can see all your comments. Big up, Sid. I can see you there as well in the comments. Yes, and then also, if you scan the QR code, you can make predictions for the games tomorrow and then the rest of the knockout games coming up. So, make sure you join us over on FanFest so we can see your comments. Stu, I'll let you go into the next game. Sorry, bro. I thought I'd plug it.
No. Go on. That's cool because I wanted to talk about Brazil, Ty, and you backing up Brazil. So, short victory against Switzerland. Switzerland qualified 1-0, a goal from the Man United defender Casemiro. I'm assuming you're super happy about this as well.
Do you know what? Every time Victor's on the stream, I feel like saying thank you, man. I'm so glad. I'm glad he's at my club. But World Cup wise, Casemiro, he's just one of them players that, you know, when you talk about winning tournaments, you need that hard bodied in there. I always call it the quiet man's job. If you're ever going to win tournaments like that, you need someone that can do that quiet man's job, and he's efficient. But for me, do you know what's impressed me the most about this Brazil team? I think it's just the defense at the moment. I put a tweet in the group chat yesterday, and I said that everyone talks about the big names, the Rafinhas, the Neymar, the Vinicius, and I get that. Of course, they score the goals, but you know, to come into a World Cup unbeaten in the whole qualification, conceding 5 goals in the whole of qualification, and then come into the World Cup. I don't know if you guys know this. Brazil have not conceded a shot on target the whole tournament. Now, I get it. They played Switzerland. I get it. I understand the teams they've played. However, it's like boxing. You can only beat who's in front of you. But in terms of building blocks and confidence, I'll keep it short and sweet. That is the perfect momentum for Brazil, because we always talk about them scoring goals in 2002, 06 and whatever it is. But we're talking about a proper defense here with Casemiro in front of them.
We received an update on Neymar's injury as well. As a PSG fan, obviously, I'm glad to know that he will be back after the group stage. So he's not going to play against Cameroon. But he will be back after. Are you happy about this, Ty?
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm worried for him. I think they're going to rush it. I looked at the picture of that ankle yesterday. That is swollen. When you kick that ball, like you hit the shot from 25, 30 yards, that is going to hurt. It's going to hurt. So if it was me, depending on who Brazil get in the next round, if he's fit, keep him on the bench and only bring him on if you need to in the last 20 minutes. Otherwise, if Brazil can't think that they can't win a tournament without Neymar, then I think there's a problem with that squad. The squad should be good enough.
Even me as a PSG fan, man, I've watched that picture of his ankle. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, what type of injections they're gonna do.
Exactly.
I don't want to know.
They're gonna be doing all sorts.
Know.
And he's not like
you don't want that neither. Those injections. Listen, we saw it with Laporte the back end of last season.
Yeah.
And Laporte has been out. She was out until probably about October time because after the season ended, he had to write to Spain and say, sorry, I can't take part in no games. I've been playing with an injury. I now need to have an operation. That's what happens when you do the injury.
Exactly.
Yeah, go on, Victor. You want to talk about Laporte?
This week we got Bono, the goalkeeper from Morocco. He was during the national anthem singing, and then during the national anthem, he got a little bit bad, and then he has to get out.
Oh,
because of the injections.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that.
You got the rare example right now, you know. And talking about Brazil, I wanted to say, you know, they got this big six-pack behind. They not concede any shot on goal during this World Cup. But in any case, if they concede it, they got Alisson. So
that's a matter.
You know, that guy, you know.
Bro,
so,
that is a sensational. The fact they haven't had a shot, no one's had a shot on their goal yet, and they've. Well, in my opinion, and I think probably in most opinions, they've got the best goalkeeper in world football. If someone does have a shot on goal, that's mad.
I totally agree. Best goalkeeper
Victor,
in football is
Victor, as a Real Madrid fan, are you surprised by Casemiro's performance during this World Cup?
Not at all. Not at all. I just wanted to say, you know, just after the game with Brazil, I was talking with a friend of me, and we were talking like 1 hour, and half of this hour was arguing about Casemiro. And, you know, there are some fans that are saying, you know, we're paying Tchouaméni with this money. And I say, you know, Casemiro, we paid 5 million for him. We don't need the money. You know, he's a really added value to this team. He's something that we're not gonna buy this. You know, the experience, the know-how, the momentum, the timing on the matches that he has, how to position it, how to find the space.
He doesn't have to be fast because his brain's so quick. He's good.
Yeah, you know, he's always thinking one step before you. You know, so
Ty,
I think it's a big miss for us.
which team Brazil is playing next round after Cameroon?
You know
It's either Uruguay or Ghana.
Yeah, Uruguay. Yeah, because I need Ghana to do revenge for 2010. I think we all do as football fans.
All of us.
That still lives in my memory.
I know. They're waiting for this.
Oh yeah, Ghana or Uruguay. And I'll be honest with you, I would prefer to play Ghana than Uruguay just because of that South American feel. You know how Argentina played Mexico? I know Mexico is not South America, but still, the first half
Latin America,
like you don't want that against Uruguay.
The dog, bro. It's a dog.
Yeah, it's a dogfight, and we'll probably come to Paulo next, actually, with Portugal. But you see, with Uruguay, they're just that type of team where they can suffer, but they can get one chance, one goal, and they're happy defending because they got that dog in them. So
that's a perfect transition, Ty. I appreciate that. So, Paulo, tell us about Uruguay and tell us if it was a Bruno Fernandes goal or Cristiano Ronaldo. We want to know, Paulo.
The only thing that touched Ronaldo's head was probably this little string here.
I heard that the Portuguese FA is filling out a complaint so they can recognize the goal to be obviously allocated to Ronaldo and not to
Adidas. Ridiculous.
Adidas has proven Ronaldo didn't touch the ball.
Because it's been proven he didn't touch it.
It's been proven it's done.
You know, measure if there's something touching the ball, and it shows and there's nothing.
As Paulo said. So Paulo, talk to us, man. 2-0 against Uruguay. What do you make of this performance?
I think Bruno Fernandes has been phenomenal these 2 games, and I've been a big critic of him within the last the last couple of years he's played for Portugal. I've criticized him a lot. I think he's gone missing in midfield a lot of the time, but I think he's doing a great job. He's staying composed.